Hi there. That's right, you remember this place. There's every likelihood you haven't been here in just over 3 months. Well, finally, we are back in church here at the Hope Center, at least for Sundays for now. There are 9 things that you need to bear in mind as we return to church. Come on, let me take you.
Number 1, in order to worship with us here at ROCKChurch Kent on a Sunday, you would need to first and foremost complete our church attendance register. This is to aid and support the government's track and trace mechanism. In order to do that, we have circulated a link. Click on that link. That will bring you to our register here on Eventbrite. Click on this page over here, which will bring you to this screen where you'll be able to register and order a ticket for yourself or anyone else that will be accompanying you to church.
Number 2, maintain your distance of 1 meter. As we return to church on Sundays, you may find that there will be a bit of a queue right here at the beginning of the door. If you do find that, use these 1 meter distance markers to maintain your distance.
Number 3, entering the Hope Center, you must wear a mask.
Number 4, once you come through to reception, you will need to undertake a temperature check. If your temperature is above 37.8 degrees, we will not be able to admit you into the service. In this instance, you will need to use the 111 online coronavirus help service or dial 111. Also, the contact details of our senior pastor is available on our church attendance register on Eventbrite. Number 5, once your temperature has been checked and is okay, the ushers will check that you've registered and then allocate you a chair number. Number 6, just before you go in, sanitize your hands. Number 7, again, observe the markings on the floor and ensure you are keeping your distance. As you approach the entrance to the church auditorium, you would observe the one-way entry signs. To the left is entrance only, and to the right is exit only, as you can see there by the no entry sign. The markings are replicated on the other side as well. As you can see above, it's exit only and one way, and no entry here, as on this side people will be coming in. And number 8, it's all about the sanctuary itself. Come, follow me. You would observe the new arrangement and the bubbles, which are spaced out in 1 meter distances, according to the families who register on our registration page on Eventbrite. You will also observe that each of the seats have now been allocated numbers. Depending on the numbers that you've been allocated from the ushers, if your chair number is on this side, we would expect you to come here and safely locate your chair ready for the service. Please understand that you can only sit down on the chair that you have been allocated, so that the track and trace mechanism that's been put in place by the government can be effective. Come with me again. As you can see, the center of the auditorium has been cordoned off, denoted by this no entry sign. This is to ensure that the multimedia streaming can work effectively. If your chair number is on this side, again, we would expect you to use the spaces here or within there to come through and locate your seat for the service. And just in wrapping up, it's very important for us to observe the signs on the walls, again, reminding us, and on the floor, to keep our distances. It's also important to note that after the services, there cannot be any congregating either here in the auditorium or in the reception area. That will have to be taken outside. And what's going on with our children?
So upon entry to the auditorium, once your temperatures have been checked and you've sanitized your hands, all children aged between 5 and 12 go to the top floor for Children's Church. They do not come into the auditorium. Teenagers, young people, and the tots come into the auditorium to sit with their families in the bubble. I don't know about you, but I'm really excited to be back at church tomorrow. It's going to be a grand time. David said, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord.
Is that David me?
Oh, come on. How could it be David you?
It has to be me. Surely there's no other David in this church.
Well, I'm sure you said it as well, but you weren't the first David that said it, were you?
Okay, my hands are in the air. I'm excited. Deaconess is excited. We're excited to see you back in church.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow.
But remember, keep your social distance. Come on.
It's distancing.
No, it's... You want to get technical, it's physical distancing.
No,
No,
yeah, but you don't have to always go social.
What are you talking about?
But this is not social, this is church.
Listen, all we're trying to do is give decent instructions.
Yes, I know that, but sorry, cut.